Bang. Gina. Thank you, Gina. We appreciate you. Hitting the buttons, doing the things, keeping track of shit. And speaking of keeping track of shit, there we go. That's perfect. We've got that noted. One last thing before we kick this shit off for me so that I'm good to go and we can kick this shit into high gear. So, ladies and gentlemen, while I do these couple last steps, let's get into a Shedtime podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce you to Shedtime. What is Shedtime, you ask? Well, it's code for the consumption of cannabis, but it's much more than that. Shedtime's a state of mind. It's art, it's music, it's cryptocurrency, technology, it's food, it's vaping. It can be whatever you want it to be, as long as you're not letting the bastards get you down, not being a dick, and making it fun. When you're in the shed, it's whatever your mind allows you to create. So now let's get to the Shedtime podcast.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of the Shedtime podcast. Yes, no more having to make sure I edit it in post, which your boy probably forgets to do 90% of the time anyway, because I be smoking weed, and it make me forget little things like, oh yeah, that didn't work when we recorded this podcast.
Wait, hold on. You guys smoke weed? I can't hang out with you guys.
Oh shit. Sorry, man.
No, I don't smoke weed.
Yeah, I don't smoke. I don't smoke weed either, bro. I vape weed though.
I'm torn, right?
Filling up this old bag.
I'm torn, right? Because I was thinking about the situation the other day. Like, I got all these friends that strictly smoke, right? Like, they're the people I worked with in the industry. And I got thinking, like, fuck, dog. Like, yeah, if they come to kick it at the crib, like, obviously I'm going to be filling bags, but they're going to want to smoke some joints and shit. And it's like, would I suffer to smoke a joint with the homies in that situation?
I'll tell you what, Sean.
No,
I was faced with that situation this past weekend, and I'll tell you what, didn't even think twice. Totally didn't even want it, bro. I was like, nope, I'll just stick to my fucking pen or whatever. I was like, it's not worth it to me anymore, bro. I had the opportunity. One of my favorite strains too, Sean, Blue Dream at an amusement park, which would have been the perfect strain to partake in at an amusement park. But I didn't do it, man. I can't bring myself to do it.
I know this. There's a homie that we all have who I now will not partake in the pipe, period. The joint I'm still out on. Like, I'm not sure. I do love smoking a joint once in a while, and I don't know. I haven't tried a good one since I've completely switched. So I'm still torn there, but yeah, we got a friend that I know for sure. If he passes the bowl to me next time we hang, I'll bet no, I'm good. Thank you, appreciate it. I'll take this guy and fill it up.
I don't care if it's somebody that just bought the pipe, and I get to hit the first bowl out of their pipe. I'm still gonna pass. And like I find it hard to believe that I'm saying that, but it's true. Even like last weekend, I was like hanging out with a friend, and he's like, "Yo, I like spun up like a couple of dubs, like let's smoke them." And I'm like, honestly, man, I'm gonna pass. But here's the deal: I was like, I got Cardos and I got Dynavaps, so let's just get high. And he's like, Dynavap? He like never tried it before. Like, just literally packed a bowl, regular bowl. You know, it was like good weed, but it wasn't like 35% or some shit. It was like it was a GMO cookie. This is like one of the ones I bought when I was down there. And so it's good weed. But like for me, it's just the taste is like the taste and the high is what I'm chasing when I'm using that. But anyways, he hits the first one. I'm like, I want you to hit this whole bowl to yourself. I'm like, this dude, he smokes like a good amount of weed. And he like hit the first one. He's like, oh, he's like, whoa. He's like, that tastes crazy. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, the taste is really good for sure. I was like, now you know what it tastes like. I was like, now you're gonna get to taste a little bit more, but you're gonna get a fucking gnarly hit. And he's like, okay. I don't think he believed me because the first hit he like blew out almost no vapor. Like everybody that uses non-vap, they know. Like if you're not using anything extra and you're just using a regular setup, first hit is barely any vapor, so much flavor, and then the second one you get like still good flavor, but you'll get a good amount of fucking vapor. Like that to me is my favorite hit. So I like fucking cook him that, pass it over. He hits it. He passes on the third try. He's like, I'm good. Then later, maybe 3 hours later, we like left where we were and we went our separate ways. And he sent me a message and he's like, bro, he's like, I got home. And he's like, there's nobody home. And he has 2 kids and like a wife and shit. And he's like, there's nobody home. He's like, I passed out on the couch for 2 hours. Like I just woke up. He's like, that thing fucking wrecked me. I was like, yo, that's the life. Like that's where it is. Like that's what you got to be. Like, you know what I mean? Think about it. Like he would have smoked a joint and gotten not even as high.
Yeah. Well, it's funny,
right?
It's funny because when I had this one employee at my job for a little while, who she also used to work in the cannabis industry at one time, and I was talking to her about the whole like vaping dry herb aspect of things, and she was like, "I can't do it." She's like, the high is just too heady. It's like too intense for me. I have to smoke. Like I can't do that vaping. It fucks me up. And I never thought about that part of it, that like there might be some people that like they can't hit this shit the same way that they can hit the weed. Like smoking, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, you just got to think about it. Everybody's tolerance is different. You know what I mean? So if you're someone who's used to combusting and maybe you're not used to getting the full, entourage sort of effect that you can get when it comes to vaporizing, because you're not going to such an extreme to where you're burning through a lot of the other deliciousness when it comes to, your cannabinoids and your other terpenes and that sorts of things, to where it's like when you vaporize, you're getting more of that full spectrum sort of situation, to where it might just kick that little bit harder to someone who doesn't normally consume that way. You know what I mean? It's like,
no, it's a great point. Cause like, let's face it, you could smoke a gram joint and get that high. Or you could do like,
dude, put a gram in a volcano, bro, and you'll be off to the fucking moon, dude.
Right.
Dude, fucking use a gram through the Dynavap and you're to the moon. Think about how many fucking bowls that is. If you
That's the thing, like
just chained like 5 bowls through the Dynavap, you're fucking done.
Like, let's just assume that your buddy, had even a half a gram joint, right? The one Dynavap bowl you gave him was like a 1/10 of that.
Yeah, it's like probably like a 0.2 top.
And it put him on another planet that he was not familiar with as a seasoned stoner.
Yeah, he's a seasoned stoner. 100%. Dude's been like growing it forever, smoking it for the entire time I've known him, since he was 15 years old.
Like, it's kind of cool to do that to people. Like, we've talked about it before, but it is still one of my favorite experiences, is to like introduce someone to that experience. Like when I was still in the dispensary, we went on this like team building thing as a celebration for just the people who had been there since day one. And so my friend Taylor and I were riding together, and I was like, well, shit, all right, we'll get some joints, we'll smoke some joints, but I'm going to bring my Dynavap. And I'm like, I want you to experience this so you understand why I fuck with this more than I fuck with smoking it. And this was when I was dabbling hard with just vaping the flower when I still worked there, like almost a couple of years ago now. I set the Dynavap up, and the same thing, only I was running a Simrel. So I had the whole Full Metal Jacket on. So I was just able to sit there, toast that in the car real quick, get that full extraction, and go, here, just hit that till it stops hitting. And she kept, giving it the toots, And the beautiful thing with the Full Metal Jacket is that you can get the like 3 or 4 good pulls that are like that second and third click session style hits. Just it's all in one go. Like if you don't use it, you'll lose it. It's gone. It's vaporized. But she hit that one and she was like, I don't need to smoke another joint anymore.
Well, just think about how many people we've had this same exact experience with over the years, of whether us like legitimately like showing it to somebody like in person or just word of mouth, bro. Like think about how many people we've got on the Dynavap just from talking about it on the podcast. It's and true. How many people swear by it now. Like our boy Ern, bro, lives by the Dynavap, bro. Breathes by the Dynavap.
Literally breathes by it.
Shout outs to Ern. He's one of our homies, dude. But we were just chatting it up in a Instagram stream one day, and we were just talking about how flavorful vaporizing your flower is compared to combustion. And this is a weird thought, and I kind of wanted to get your opinion on this, Sean, since you kind of been spending some time doing the whole bag thing with the air riser, because this Ern's opinion is he thinks the Dynavap it has the best flavor 100%, which I don't necessarily disagree. But he says it's way better than the Volcano, and it says that the Volcano gives it kind of like a burnt popcorn taste or something like that, which I personally don't get. I feel like I get a pretty similar flavor experience through the Volcano. Of course, it's slightly different because of the amount that I'm able to produce as far as vapor goes with the Volcano compared to the Dynavap. But like, do you notice like a big change in flavor from going from like a Dynavap to like the air riser, or do you think it's pretty similar? I'm just curious.
I hear this and I think to myself, our good friend Ern is doing something wrong when he's using a Volcano. He's cooking it too hot. That's my immediate reaction when I hear what you described, because ultimately, I mean, maybe
maybe the last bag towards the very end of the bowl might get kind of that sort of flavor, obviously.
Absolutely,
but that happens with the Dynavap towards the end of a Dynavap.
Exactly, and the only difference maybe there is that because you have more material to be extracting from in a Volcano bowl, that you're getting a more intense experience of that. But I mean, if you're going to talk about like bag 1, bag 2, right? I totally disagree. If that's what you're getting, something's not right. Either you're going too hot or your temperature control in your Volcano is faulty and it's not actually, it's running hotter than it says. Something's amiss. I mean, I know on the air riser, I'm kind of hovering in the like 370 to 380 range, depending on the strain.
That's about where I'm at, dude.
And it's great.
If I want to get crazy and I want like a milky bag from like the first rip, which you could still get if you just let your cauldron sit for a few seconds before you go and, start filling up your bag. But it's usually only if I've maybe got like a touch of concentrate or something extra going on, I'll bump it up to 400 tops.
Yeah.
And that's very rarely. Like right now I'm rocking at 380. And I might bump to 389 by the end of the bag. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I'll just kind of like give it a couple degrees just to, get a little extra oomph out of it.
Yeah. Personally, I think this is a weird one to kind of
real quick too. I also want to clarify for Erm when you're listening. There's no dig, bro. It's just something I was like, oh, you know what? This is a good topic of conversation I could talk about with the boys. All love, my dude.
100%. I'm glad you said that. Like, this is definitely not taking shots at the homie.
No.
This is
Hey,
literally
by all
just,
means, bro, if you live and breathe by the Dynavap, bro, fuck. As long as you ain't fucking combusting, you know what I'm saying? Do you, my friend? We got a fellow here on the podcast that's strictly Dynavaps, my dude. Well, hits a cart from time to time, but when it comes to the flower, Dynavap is king for Mr. Overdrip. So we get it, bro.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm just curious. Maybe we need to, whenever we get together at another meetup, we'll need to sit around the old
we'll
volcano.
have to make a video and do like a side-by-side comparison of bags versus Dynavaps.
Because I will say this, though. When it comes to the Dynavap, you are definitely going to get more of a consistent sort of like, you know, because with the chamber being so small, you know what I mean?
So
there is going to be a variation, but I don't necessarily think that like the volcano tastes like burnt popcorn off rip.
No,
it's maybe the last bag.
Yeah, and again, that's if you're pushing it that far. Like that burnt popcorn taste is telling you there's nothing left to your material. If you taste that, your material's spent. And so, yeah, like I'm saying, like if that's like your first bag is tasting like that, you're going too hot. Something's not right about your temperature. We got to work on figuring out what's wrong there. As far as comparing the two in my mind, I think logically speaking, I agree with you, James. Like you're talking about a smaller, more condensed situation. When you talk
it's
about
like anything. It's like with anything. Like you're always going to get better flavor out of. Exactly. It's going to be better as far as that goes.
I think the trade-off here is the volume aspect, right?
Yeah. And I think that's maybe why I differ a little bit from Ern, because I think Ern's kind of more of a micro dose kind of guy where he's not fucking sitting there and doing, you know, like an eighth in a sitting or like a fucking, you know, a good gram or two, you know what I mean? Like I may do at times, you know what I mean? There's times where I'll sit here and I'll fucking grind up a whole eighth and then just keep filling up bowls until I'm done. But then there are also times where I'll just fill up but I also just like big voluminous clouds. That's why I vape mech mods. That's why I ripped bongs. That's, you know, that's part of my enjoyment. If I don't see it, I ain't getting it, is what my mind thinks. You know what I mean? Like if I don't see a good cloud, then I ain't getting high enough. You know what I mean? It's just the way my mind works, and it's always been that way. And sometimes it does not do me favors financially, or sometimes I get a little too high. But hey, I'm seasoned enough to know how to ride it out without panicking too much. Sometimes there's been a few times in the past where I've been on the edge of being like, all right, dude, we're not doing this again, you know? But hey, forgot why I was started off in that conversation, but
I haven't been that kind of high in a while, in a very while.
Oh, we were just talking about the difference in, you know, consumption, but yeah. Like I could, but there were times where I like the Dynavap was fucking my go-to for a long time.
I think like everything, they all have a place, right? Like
I'd still crank a Dynavap, dude.
Yeah, like I still rip my Dynavaps, but it's when I'm in a situation that I feel it is the best approach for that time, right? Like I like these little G-Pen dashes because it's a little 5-minute sesh. And I can just kind of sit there and toot on it for 5 minutes, and then it's done. And then I sit back, and after about another 5 minutes, the high really starts to set in, and I'm good. I like the Dynavap for I'm going to, you know, I only need a quick fix real quick. I can just pop on a Dynavap, go through the clicks, or, you know, use my Simra with the full metal, and go just hard real quick, one big bang. All right, dude, now I can carry on.
Have you seen the hyper? I
want to see it in person.
Tip cap thing.
Yeah, dude, I want to see it in person.
Ridiculous, bro. In comparison from like just pictures, it's pretty fucking big, dude. But the only downside that I think from it is I kind of think they should have done one with maybe a slightly bigger stem, you know, because it tapers down to fit whatever stem you have. So you have a really big bowl, but it tapers real small, you know, well, not real small, but down to like standard. So I feel like it could do with maybe a little bit more diameter for those that are trying to take, you know,
Go
big
for some
rippers, you
big
know what I mean?
heaters. Yeah. Well, I think that's where the continued aftermarket products are going to come into play, right? Like, dude, what's a BB stem for that going to be like? You know what I mean? Like, I bet you that's going to fucking be dope. Like when all of these little things, these other extracurricular stems and shit start popping up for them, that's going to be wild.
The thing is like you can literally put it on any stem that exists now and to future existence, which is sweet. But I kind of wish it was just a slightly bigger bore going into the stem because it I don't know.
You just want more.
Yeah, well, it just makes sense to me. You know what I mean? To open it up just a slight bit. Not even talking a whole lot. But, dude, that for, like, fucking big, fat bong rips, dude, that could be pretty slick. Oh, speaking of which, I saw this thing the other day, which I might buy on Friday, on payday. It's an adapter for your bag to where you literally can get this little glass bubbler that sticks into the adapter, and then you just literally pop it into your bag, and you've got a bubbler attached to your bag, and then I could just sit here and rip out of the little bubbler instead of having to like take this and put this into my fucking rig. It's just like a little fucking bubbler that pokes out, and you sit here and I can just rip it right off the bag.
I love that idea. I love that idea a lot.
Or I'm sure if I wanted to, I could also take that little bubbler and just take the mouthpiece off of my whip and just plug it onto there. And then just, you know what I mean?
Ooh. Yeah. You know, since I got this, I messed with the whip a couple of times. I don't know about the Volcano when using the whip, but with this, I find that you need to have the fan running or you're just not getting enough heat into the material to make it an enjoyable experience.
Or you got to just pull really hard on it to get to like feel like you're getting a good rib. But with the Volcano, dude, if you put the pump on, dude, it's pumped so fast that you can't inhale as fast as it's pumping. So it's like you get fucking choked out like 2 seconds into fucking having the fan on.
See, that's what I like about this is the 3 speeds because I can put it on low and it's just like this gentle wisp.
This one's just 1 and it's just fucking.
It's just murder. Yeah. But I guess that's the benefit for bags.
That's kind of why I want to get a gravity bong, like a little glass, gravity bong that I could just have here on the desk, and then just hook the whip up to it, and then just pump it into the fucking gravity bong as I'm pulling it up, so it gets it nice and milky.
This is a great idea.
I have so many fun ideas I want to do, but I'm too cheap to fucking get into all of them right now. I'm really trying not to just spend money on a bunch of shit that I don't actually need. You know what I mean? I'm trying to be better about just like buying shit, just like, oh, I want this. You know what I mean?
No, I get it.
Oh, I need this.
It's one of those things like I'm looking at it, at least right now, as the motivation is to get the finances right because I want to make April happen and do another meetup.
That's kind of what it is too. It's like I want to see some money so I can go out to the next meetup.
Yeah, like I want to pay off some credit cards so I have some breathing room so I can have a little extra cash to do all that.
Yep.
Like
it's exactly what I'm doing. Not only that, but like I want to get that fucking bike, dude.
Which bike? That one you were talking about before?
Yeah, Grom. I want to get one, dude. But I don't. What I want to try to do, I don't know how. It's probably going to take me like a year or two. If it may be less if I'm really fucking tight on myself. But it's like $4,000, I think, or about. I'm not sure after fucking fees and everything else. But I really don't want to finance it. Like if I could just get the fucking money together and then just go and pay cash for it and not have to have an extra payment on top of my car payment, I would much rather do that.
I don't fault you for that thinking at all.
You know what I mean? So if that means I have to wait a little bit and cut back a little bit, I'm gonna have to do it, and I just got to try to fucking use some fucking self-control.
Yeah, it's one of those. You look at the gram that you might buy and go, "That's how much for that gram? $30."
Well, that's
All
why
right,
I've been
I'm gonna
only
just put
trying
that
to
here.
That's why I've only been trying to go when there's sales and stuff going on, and I'm trying not to fucking go over a certain amount each time now, instead of fucking dropping. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know. I was there, man. I remember when I first was at the dispensary, and it was like, yo, I have $300.
Because, dude, you go over there and you're like, okay, this is what I'm gonna get. You're telling yourself in the car as you're going. At least this is what I do. All right, I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna get this, and that's it. And then I go in and I start looking around. And as I'm waiting in line, they got the fucking deals popping up on the screens as you're standing in the line. And I'm seeing, oh, that's what's it. Oh, they got some. Oh, okay. All right. And then I get over and I ask them what's going on, and I find out about a deal, and I was like, oh, well, shit, I got this deal. So that means, I can go over here and get a little something. I saved here, and then I end up fucking going over whatever I originally wanted and picking up way more than I really even needed. And it happens so much, dude. The last few times I've been okay. Last time I actually got caught by the flower deal, but the flower deal was actually pretty good because it's lasted me, and I still have some because I was able to get like 17.5 grams for, I don't know, I think it was like $80 or some shit.
It is crazy. Like that's crazy to think about, because I know like the weed you got didn't suck. You know what I mean?
No, it's what I'm literally got in this bag right now. It's been choking me up all show.
And like, meanwhile, here, if you were to spend $80, you might get a half ounce of some like all right nugs, or you could potentially, on the right brand or whatever, do like an ounce of shake.
Or like all this stuff's like 29%.
Yeah, and like you got some fire weed, you managed to pull 17 grams at around that price point. That ain't bad.
Strains too, dude. Like I got some black cherry, black truffle, sunset sherbet, some what was it? White Zerber or something like that, and then some Z berries.
I will say, this strain talk makes me curious about your exploration of other dispensaries, Chris, while you were on your trip.
Oh yeah, dude.
Because we talked about how you were going to explore some other dispensaries and shit. Did you find anything cool?
I did. I honestly, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't remember almost anything that I bought.
That's a good sign.
Oh no, I was like high the entire time I was gone. I was like starting to get high at like 8 a.m. I was just high all day. It was great actually, because it like led to me getting like a lot of sleep, which my body really needed. I know that I bought a few standard ones for me, I guess is probably the best way to put it. When I was there, for flour, I bought like GMO cookies, and then I also bought I can't remember actually now.
He's thinking way too hard to try to remember. I can see it.
Yeah, it's another one that I've had before, but it was one that I knew that I was going to be good, because I was like running the risk on like buying like Cardos and shit, and like didn't really know what they're going to be like, and they're so convenient. Like where I was staying, it was like a lot more convenient to hit cardos. Like just quickly go outside and like hit some cardos.
When in doubt, text your boy, dude.
Well, no, I wasn't really like worried about it. I could have.
I could point you in the right direction, dude. Like, hey man, you might like this, you might like that.
Oh no, dude, there's tons of stuff that I could have tried. I just like knew that I was not going to be going through a ton of flour when I was there.
I was
Like, I
talking
went
about
through,
even for
like-
the cardos.
Oh no, the cardos, I was just going for like shit that sounded good to me. And
Okay.
honestly, I hit on every one pretty much. Like every one I bought, I've enjoyed. The only one that I'm still unsure of is hilarious because it's like the last one that I tried, and I actually just opened it up maybe last night. I don't remember, and I bought it strictly on the visual of it and the fact that it was an indica.
Oh, dude, you never do the visual.
No, but dude, listen, I'm gonna show you this. You're gonna tell me right now that if you saw this, okay, and it's an indica, and like the write up is good, it sounds good, like your vibe, then you would not buy this, bro. Look at this thing,
Yeah, I would not buy that.
dude. I bought this strictly for the jokes, and then I started to like read
Dude.
up on it.
Based
And
off of just that is the 100% reason why I would not buy it, and I would not expect it to be good.
Dude, it's pretty good. It kind of tastes like plum, bro. Like honestly, there's nothing else I can think of. Like it almost makes me think that it's like the plum blackberry fucking
Oh, the
Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew.
yeah.
It's just because you're in love with it, dude. So you want
It could
to
be
taste like
partly,
that.
but it does taste plummy to me, and like it kind of finishes it's almost like I don't know. It's obviously it's not like the strain specific that's making it taste that way, but
What strain is it? Do you know?
yes, I think. Oh, maybe. No, it's not that. Where did I put? That's a Skittles. A Skittles.
Oh yeah, with the Z.
Skittles, because you know Skittles will
it's-
sue the
it's-
fuck out of you for
it's
using
just-
their name.
It's just Skittles, bro. With the Z.
Yeah. Just like Gorilla Glue is like, you get the fuck out of here with our trademark. And you're like, shit, GG4 it is.
Okay, I'm gonna do some research because I
Or like
I
Girl
know,
Scout cookie, how it turned into
GSC.
GSC.
Yep, because the Girl Scouts were like, oh no, you didn't.
Even though
Oh,
they
is
were
that for
selling
real?
cookies in front of the fucking dispensary and making bank. Did you hear that story?
Oh yeah, that shit. Shout out
Smart-ass
to that
fucking
troop.
Girl Scouts, dude.
That's what I'm saying. That's a smart troop. But speaking of flavors, I got the inside track. You guys know this, right? What if I told you I got news about 2025 Mountain Dews right now for you?
2025.
Yep. I know what's going on with Mountain Dew all the way into 2025, and there is some dope shit to come.
Okay, then fucking spill it. The fuck?
All right. So first one, this is big. Everybody is going to be excited about this, particularly James.
Which box coming back?
No, not that exciting.
Fucking
But
damn it.
you're still going to need the towel. Baja Blast is now a permanent feature, officially.
Okay,
Fuck yeah, dude.
I think I knew that, but
Well, it was.
Well, it
only
was supposed to be
this
only
year.
for the year, but I feel like it was a test. They said that just as a tester to see how it was going to do, and I bet
Yep.
it's done so fucking well that they're like, "Oh shit, it would be dumb if we don't continue to
dude,
sell
So-
this
I
year
can't
round."
imagine that there's
So
two
true.
other flavors that have sold more.
So
No.
on top of that, 2-liter bottles are going to be rolling out nationwide. 24 packs of 12-ounce cans will be nationwide. And 12 packs of the 16.9-ounce bottles will drop at Walmart. So
Oh, I can already get the bottles at whatchamacallit.
So these are some good ones. There's a newish Baja Blast spinoff coming. So there's been talk about 2 new flavors, Paloma Punch and Cabo Citrus. And according to sources, the spinoff is going to debut in 2025. And it looks like what they've done is take the Cabo Citrus profile that they were working on and just rename it. But it is coming out as Baja Citrus Sunrise. Now, are you ready for this flavor?
Is it supposed to be like
Lime grapefruit. A grapefruit Mountain Dew.
I think
That might
I'm
be.
interested.
This is gonna be, yeah, I'm so intrigued
dude,
by this.
as long as it keeps the fucking tang and tart of the grapefruit. Because that's the one thing about grapefruit. Like, I don't like the grapefruit as a fruit, but like,
Me either.
Squirt, bro. Give me a fucking can of Squirt grapefruit soda, dude. I'll chug that shit, dude.
Like,
so,
Dude, have you guys had the Warritos of that? The
Yes.
Warritos?
No.
The Warritos
Dude.
grapefruit.
So I've not tried it, but on my trip, Liz and I ended up going to the States, like where she lives, like where her family lives. It's like a 40-minute drive to the border. So we went to the States for the afternoon. We went to like some restaurant, and then we went to Walmart and like bought a bunch of like candy
Skippy?
pop. Dude, I bought fucking 2 big ass jars.
Dude, I was like,
Skippy.
dude, as soon as I heard you were going to the States, I was like, you know that boy is getting himself some Skippy, dude.
And dude, I got so many different cool things. Like I got a bunch of different flavors of Pop Tarts. Like I got Boston cream flavored Pop Tarts.
Yes, fuck you did. Oh,
And
they're
dude,
so tasty.
those are literally the best things I've ever tried.
Yeah,
in my
they
life.
are legit as fuck.
Like they are so good. I got those. I got pumpkin pie Pop Tarts.
Those are pretty fire.
I haven't tried them yet. I've only
They're pretty
tried the
good.
Boston cream. I got another kind of Pop Tart that I can't remember right now, but I got another package of Pop Tarts. I bought these like weird marshmallow things. They're like
Peeps?
these like no. They're like one of them was Hershey's cookies and cream like marshmallow thing, and the other one was golden or no wait
Oh, like a cereal bar?
no, but dude, it's like a marshmallow. It looks like a marshmallow.
Oh, it's just a marshmallow?
Yeah, the other one were cinnamon toast crunch marshmallows, and they come in like a little baggie, like a little zip tie baggie, like candy comes in. You know, like the zip.
Never seen those, dude.
Anyways, I haven't tried the cookies and cream one, the golden or the cinnamon toast crunch one. It's just weird. I ate one. I gave 4 to my mom, and she crushed them, and she loved them. So what that means, I don't know.
Hey.
But cinnamon toast crunch marshmallows. I mean, I could fuck with that. I like cinnamon toast crunch enough.
But I see, I do too in the marshmallows.
Dude, I wonder how they do if you roasted them over a fire or made some noise.
I think they would catch on fire like right away.
You think
Dude,
so?
They're coated in cinnamon sugar.
So you use them to make one of those.
Is cinnamon flammable?
I don't know, but sugar is.
So what you do is you use it to make
true.
one of those fucking like s'mores dips or some shit.
Yeah, I mean,
Where you just melt it down?
it's weird.
Yeah.
I'm not really
Bake
sure
it,
on it.
melt it.
What else did I buy? I bought a 12-pack of Baja
What if
Blast.
you
a
use them to
12-pack
make
of something else?
cereal bars with actual
What,
cinnamon toast
crunch? Yo.
I don't think you guys are fully understanding.
You said they're a
what these are.
marshmallow, right?
I know, but they're weird, man. Anyways, let's move on beyond the marshmallows. I wanted to just. So
I want to know about these goddamn marshmallows, bro.
I know,
Oh, man.
a 12-pack of Spark. Then I got 4 like 1.5 liter bottles of Warritos. So I got mango, pineapple, Warritos.
Oh, dude, the
And then I
mango.
got fruit
Mango
punch
is so
and grapefruit.
crack.
The pineapple's fire too.
Dude, the pineapple's so fire.
Yeah, that's like
Whoa,
that. Like
pineapple.
tastes like real
Have you ever
actual
had
pineapple juice.
The tamarind one.
No, they didn't have it there.
Oh, it's
I
pretty
would have
good.
got it to try. I've never tried it.
It's
I've never
different,
seen it.
dude. Or tamarindo or whatever it is.
Yeah, they did not have it. I can't remember. Oh, you know what else are like? Honestly, they're really good, and I never had them before. Was the Little Debbie fruit pies? I don't know how I'd never had them before.
You mean like the apple pies and like the cherry pies and
Yeah,
like
the little
those?
squares. They come in like the wax paper
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
package.
Yeah,
They're not bad at all.
I never had them before. They're pretty good, dude. I bought like a box of each,
they're gone.
and no, they're not gone. No, they're over half left still, I think. But dude,
Not
you
my
put them
house.
in the microwave, bro, and then you put them in the microwave for like 30 seconds, like two of them. You put like them on opposite sides, so I have like a microwave that spins this dish. I was putting in an apple on one side, a cherry on the other side. Hit the 30 seconds, let them chill for like 5 minutes, and it's like, oh, dude, they're so good. Like they're like crack. Like I don't know how I haven't finished the box yet. They're so good.
Dude, we have a company out here called Drake's. Not nearly as good as Little Debbie, but they're like the hometown hero competitor, so to speak. These fools make a lemon pie, like little lemon hand pies like that. And I always think about you guys when I see them in the store, and it's like, man, you guys would probably fuck these up on a fucking stoner munchie kick.
You guys are totally
Absolutely.
making me think of all the goodies I had this past weekend too, because I went to
Yo,
Knott's
that's
Berry
right.
Farm, bro. And Chris, Sean, I had a boysenberry sugar cookie that was so purple, bro. I thought it was Play-Doh.
What? Whoa.
It
Really?
was, I mean, purple, bro. The whole cookie, purple. But let me tell you what, dude. It was probably one of the best like sugar cookies I've had in a long time. But not only did they have those, they had one of my favorite cookies of all time, Snickerdoodles. And I got one of those. And dude, they're both like this big and like that thick. I couldn't finish them. I was
Dude,
like,
that was
why
the
did I get
last
two
kind
cookies?
of Pop-Tart I got. Snickerdoodle.
Dude, those
Oh,
are
the
fire.
Yeah.
Those are going to be fire.
So the
Also, I want those
Snickerdoodle one
cookies.
is weird to me because like it almost reminds me like you're eating a Snickerdoodle cookie outside with the brown sugar cinnamon filling from that Pop-Tart. And so like,
Probably what's going on.
it probably is, but like it trips me out because at moments like I bite into it and I taste the brown sugar filling first, and then I'm like, there's no crunchy icing on the outside. And then I go, oh yeah,
Oh, there isn't?
no, it's got cinnamon sugar like a Snickerdoodle,
Oh.
but the exterior is more cookie like than the pastry style of like.
That's probably what's going on. Is it's kind of like Snickerdoodle cookie outside with brown sugar cinnamon filling.
Yeah, more than likely that's what's going on. So like it definitely
Sounds good though. I'll try it.
texturally you totally get up that like sugar cookie vibe that when you're eating it. So like it was a trip because like I said, my brain would taste that filling and be like, wait, this isn't this. Oh, that's right. This is that one, not the other one. But yeah, it slaps. I think you'll like it. I think the worst one I ever tried was the watermelon Pop-Tart.
I've never even heard of that.
It be glad.
Dude,
Yeah, I
they
don't
ever
think
have
I've had
strawberry rhubarb?
I had the lemon Pop Tarts. Those are fire.
They make a lemon Pop-Tart? I've
Yeah,
never
dude.
seen that.
Dude.
Oh, dude, I got lemon Oreos. Oh,
Fire,
dude,
bro.
I cannot wait.
They are so good, Chris. If you
I
haven't
bought
had
2
them before,
bags, bro.
Is
They're
it
so
lemon
good.
cream?
Yeah.
Or is it the white cream? with
lemon
cookie?
cookie, lemon cream.
Oh, so it's all lemon
it's a
everything.
All
lemon
lemon,
cookie
bro.
too? Oh.
I believe so, dude.
Even if it was a golden Oreo outside, that's fine. I don't
I'm
even
pretty
care.
sure pretty sure it's just all lemon, dude. They're delicious as fuck, bro.
Well, then I'm glad I got 2 bags. That's fucking good.
I'm jealous because now I want some.
I'm a big fan of the toffee ones. Those toffee Oreos are just ludicrously good.
Oh, I've never had them.
Dude, you know what other sweets I had that were something that kind of pertains to this podcast as well, bro? You know how we got on a freeze dry taste test
Yep.
thing that happened.
Yeah.
Dude, I have to add a thing to your guys' list that you guys need to try. Freeze dried Starburst.
Interesting.
Dude, they puff up, not like crazy big, but just enough. And if you just like hold it in your mouth long enough and just like kind of like let it
the dissolving thing.
It's kind of like pockets start developing where like all the bubbles are like on the inside of it from it expanding, and then it just kind of like melts sort of, as well as just like gets like soft and like crunchy, and then almost like towards the end, like as you're finished chewing it, it almost goes back to like Starburst consistency. It's crazy but delicious. I got a bag of them and they didn't last very long.
Bet. I fucking
They're
bet.
so good, dude. I highly recommend them. And then I also got a big old bag of saltwater taffy. Got some boysenberry, some banana, some watermelon. What else? Dude, they had sour saltwater taffy, but they didn't have, I didn't know what any of the flavors were, so I just grabbed like a couple of each color and they were all fire, dude. Saltwater taffy's so good.
You know, we used to have a shitload of places here in Plymouth because obviously tourist trap beach area. And I think there's only like one place left in the downtown area on the waterfront that still sells it. But I can tell you this. There's a place on Cape Cod, at the very tip of Cape Cod, that has what I, in my life, has been probably the largest selection of saltwater taffy. I think it's been one of those, like, they've been making it for, you know, hundreds of years in that same building kind of thing. So there's just, like, dummy amounts. And if you're a saltwater taffy fan, it is worth the trip to Provincetown to check that place out because you've got to have over 100 different flavor options to pick from.
Yeah, I didn't go to the right shop. I didn't think about it until after, because there's a shop in there that's got like fucking, I don't know, like 20 barrels that they have just filled with different flavors. So it's like 20 different flavors.
Like,
you
I figured the place
grab a bag and just grab a handful of each, and they do it by fucking weight or whatever.
Places like doing it like that, that's fucking awesome. So that's like,
it's almost like you're bulk shopping for taffy.
Yeah, like I miss those candy stores. Like, you remember when there's one of the grocery stores like that? They just had like the bulk candy spot.
Yeah, some of ours still do.
Dude, I was in a bulk food store last week before we went to the movies. Before we went and saw Wolverine and Deadpool.
Have you seen it, Sean? Or are you not really into those types of things?
You know me.
So we can talk about it.
I don't even really watch movies.
We can talk about it a little bit. Spoilers for anybody that hasn't seen it yet.
But yeah, like I went to this place called the Bulk Barn. I definitely want to finish this. Yeah. Went to the Bulk Barn, which is like I'm gonna say that it's like a national. Maybe a.
They have them.
They're all over Ontario.
Yeah, they're even out here, I think.
Well, the place similar. Is called Bulk Barn. Yeah, no, you'll have something similar for sure. And dude, like I went there. Liz and I got so much fucking candy and snacks, bro. We had them like the whole way back. We bought so much stuff when we went to the fucking bulk store. Dude, I got fucking chocolate covered sponge toffee. Dude, it was so good.
Sponge candy is the truth.
Yeah, it was so good. But as for the movie, yeah, James, I liked it. It was good. It was a good movie. It was fucking super funny, and of course, like
cameos.
The action was like amazing. The cameos were like epic. There's so many of them. I enjoyed it the whole way through for sure. Like, it was really good. Like, if there's anybody on the fence and they're like, I've seen whatever. I don't know. I thought it was good. I've seen all the other ones too, and like, it was good.
I think it was the best of the three.
I think that I might still like the first one most because it was fresh to me. The whole vibe, but it's close. Which,
dude, it's up there, bro.
Yeah, like for me,
it's definitely really one of my favorite Marvel movies at the moment, for sure. Because some of the other things they've kind of started to lose me on some things. Like some of the storyline in Deadpool, like I was kind of like, but I wasn't really watching it for the storyline as much. I was just watching it for the characters. You know what I mean? I was like, I just want to see who's in it and how they interact. And dude, the back and forth between Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman as Deadpool and Wolverine is pretty fucking good, dude.
Oh, it's hilarious. I liked it, and dude, I hadn't been to the movies in so long, so the movie theater we went to is like all just like lazy boys.
Yeah, most movie
And
theaters are like that now.
yeah, dude, I saw it's been so long since I've been, and like I went and I was like, this is a pretty comfortable way to watch a fucking movie. Like it definitely like makes it hard for all the teenagers out there, but I mean, for the adults that are there to watch the movie, it's pretty fucking nice.
See, I like that we've gotten to this point with movie theaters where like you can literally get like seat side service in some movie theaters.
You can literally fucking buy your ticket online, put your order in for what you want, and have them bring it to you at your seat.
Like
when you get there.
That's kind of dope because like now talk about dinner in a movie, you can literally go to the theater and like get food and watch the movie sitting at like a literal little like table at your seat. Like this is a concept your boy might finally get behind going out to the movies for. Because now, like,
Sean, for real though, like just saying, just going and sitting the lazy boy, like it's pretty comfortable. So like if there's any movie that remotely interests you, you just go sit in one of those like fucking lazy boys. I went to one of those theaters like forever ago when they did the Alice in Wonderland movie in 3D, the fucking Johnny Depp one there.
Oh yeah.
And the girl I was with at the time wanted to see it. I was like, fuck it, dude. I got rip-roaringly rocked. And then went and just kicked it in one of those lazy boys with 3D goggles on. Like, it was great. It was great. So, like, I get it. I get it. I just think that I've learned that my ADHD is now what it is. Like, I'm going to admit it. Like, I'm probably an undiagnosed child with ADHD, and I can't sit through movies most of the time. I'm just like, my mind wanders too quickly now.
Oh, really? Because, like, I for sure have ADHD also, but I can get through movies.
Dude, I get locked in, bro.
No problem.
My problem, though, is sometimes I get too high beforehand, and towards, like, the middle or towards the end of the movie, I start fading out. I've caught myself falling asleep almost during the movies a few times just because I've either been too ripped or just probably was just exhausted. Because if I sit somewhere for too long and like I get comfy and I just like fucking zone out, eventually I will fall asleep.
Yeah.
If I'm being entertained, I will not fall asleep.
Well, dude, even that sometimes like that isn't enough. Because, dude, like it's happened a few times during movies where I was like, "Fuck, dude, what happened?" I was so locked in, and then all of a sudden I was out, and now I'm back. But I need to lock back in. What did I miss?
It reminds me of when we were all kids, right? You'd have the grandpa or the uncle.
Dude, I've always kind of fallen asleep during movies.
Just doing the whole like, "Hey, I was watching that. I was just resting my eyes." Like, as I've gotten older, I actually understand the whole like just resting my eyes thing. Like, I didn't intend to fall asleep. I closed my eyes for a second just to let them rest, and suddenly 20 minutes is gone.
That's kind of what happens, dude. It's like I just get so baked, and just by staring at the screen for so long, my eyes start kind of burning. So I just like close them for a second, and the next thing you know, I open it up, and the scene's completely different. There's new characters. I'm like, wait, fuck, what? How long have I been out? What did I miss?
Yeah, I'll be watching like a documentary thing on YouTube, and like that's how I know I've lost time, because it's like I close my eyes to rest them for a second, and all of a sudden I come back and the video's over.
You know what I think it is too, Sean, is growing up, and even still to this day sometimes, like I'll go to sleep watching something. Like I used to always have the TV on, like as a kid. You know what I mean? Just for like background noise. And a lot of times I just lay there and stare at the screen until eventually I just fell asleep. Or maybe I think now it's just like if I get comfortable enough and I sit there for long enough, that I'll just kind of fade out if I'm tired enough. Or if I'm just, honestly, I think it's just me getting too high, dude. I just get too fucked up. And then I get the come down hits me mid movie. And then it just, there's not much you can do at that point. Yeah.
It's a cush nap. And you know what? Also in hindsight, maybe that is why the uncle and grandpa were resting their eyes. Maybe they had a cush nap too.
Because my dad does it too, and he doesn't really partake until nighttime. So he's ready to go to bed, and then half the time he says it doesn't work. Hit it again, Dad.
Yeah.
Rip that pen one more time.
Yeah, that's the beauty of the pen. If the first rip didn't get you, the fourth or the fifth one might.
Yeah, he just doesn't like the cough, dude, because he's never really been a smoker at all, just in general.
Mm.
He's like, but it's the only thing that seems to really work. I think for him, it's just because he doesn't have to wait, because it's pretty,
Yeah.
You feel it pretty quick.
Yeah, but I mean, like, is your dad like hustling all the way till he goes to bed? Like, he's probably sitting watching TV.
My dad's he's like got insomnia or something, dude. Just he can't sleep.
No, but I'm just saying, like, maybe you could just like take like a nice dose an hour and a half, 2 hours before he's planning to go to bed.
I tell him to do that, but he waits till he goes and lays in there. I was like, well, Dad, just hit it earlier.
Yeah.
Or he waits till he goes out. He waits till he goes in there, he gets in bed, and then he takes a hit, and then he'll sit there in bed, and then he'll put his fucking scuba gear on, aka his CPAP, and then he'll try to go to sleep. I'm like, you gotta wait a little bit. You gotta let it hit you, and then when the come down really starts, it's at peak towards come down is when the tiredness usually starts to hit me real heavy, or if I just get too just gone to the point where it's just like my body's like, okay, night.
You go sleepy.
Yeah, your body's so relaxed right now. Your brain need nap. Good night.
Yep. Yep. I think
it's called unplugging.
Right? Yeah, I was gonna say. I think we all need to do that once in a while to some extent. Like,
dude, I do it all the time. Dude, some weekends when I'm just sitting here, I'm like, fuck, dude, I didn't really get much any sleep really this weekend. I'm just gonna like sit here and get super fucking baked to the point where I'm like tired, and I'm just gonna lay down and take a nap. And that nap usually will last like a good couple hours, dude. And I'll pop up and I'll be like, oh, so rested. Where's my dab rig?
Time for a Tutorooski.
Yeah.
That is dinner time.
Then I'm back up for a couple hours.
Mm.
Dude, what I need to quit doing those, I did it last night and the night before, or like yesterday and the day before, I guess you could say, because it's more in the evening time when I got home from work. I went and I would lay down and took like an hour nap or so, and then I ended up staying up way too late. Towards like I woke up this morning just like hating life because I definitely felt like I didn't get enough sleep. Because I like last night, for instance, I didn't go to sleep till like midnight, and then I was up at like 5.
Yeah, that's not healthy.
This is shitty.
I mean, I don't get that much sleep very often, but for people that are like not used to getting that low amount of sleep,
well, dude, I was used to it for a while because I was like I'd stay up super late with you guys all the time, and then I'd go to bed at like 10, 11 o'clock, and then be up at like 3. back in the day. And I used to do that fucking all the time. And then like now that my schedule is different, I don't have to get up as early as like, all right, now I can get some more sleep. I've gotten kind of used to it. But dude, I've just been so tired after work the past couple, especially right now with the heat, dude. It just takes so much out of me that when I get home, which is like, fuck, I just want to lay down, and that turns into just passing out. Because I'll come home, I'll take a shower, and then I'll just like sit here for a second, maybe like take a hit of something, maybe watch a video, and then like, oh fuck this, dude, and I'll just lay down. And then next thing you know, I'll wake up and it's like 5, sometimes 6. I'm like, oh, well, all right, I guess I should get up. Otherwise, I'm just gonna sleep the rest of the day, which probably wouldn't be bad.
I was gonna say that's the caveat though, right? Like sometimes you just need to do that, so that way your body can kind of replenish the bit that it needs.
But if I do that, Sean, then I can't chill with the homies, bro. Because I want to fucking pop in Discord and hang out with the homies for a little bit, which usually just entails me sitting here watching a video while hanging out in a Discord room while everybody else is chatting. Which honestly, I don't understand why I do it. I just do it. I think that's where my ADHD kicks in. And then I just start because, dude, even with that, like I can't even watch full videos half the time. Like I'll watch something for about 10 minutes and be like, oh, this is boring. Watch something else. Or I'll just go through the fucking scroll hole on like reels or shorts and just fucking scroll for like 2 hours of just bullshit.
It's interesting because I was watching a researcher the other night, and he was talking about how with the whole ADHD situation, right? Like we all hear about how like everybody's got ADHD now, blah blah blah.
Yeah, it may not even be that. It's just my fucking attention span's fucking so short.
Well, no. So this is the interesting thing. Through the research he was able to dig into, like the different clinical studies, what we're actually finding in medical science apparently is that it appears that, yes, actually, roughly 90% of the population fits the medical diagnosis of ADHD. And it's not so much that it's a increase in people having it. It actually seems to appear like it's been there the whole goddamn time, and just now medical science is starting to understand it. And so they're able to recognize it more and see the patterns of it and how it varies from person to person in the way that their brain works. Because now it's really like looking at the way the brain's functioning more than anything.
I think I heard something about this, and it kind of goes back to like the hunter-gatherer days where it's like, okay, we can't find any more shit. All right, time to go somewhere else type thing. You know what I mean? So like when you're out there searching or hunting and you can't find anything, it's all right, on the next thing. Well, instead of just sitting there and continuously fucking...
That's a kill or be killed lifestyle too, because you're either the hunter or the hunted.
Yeah.
So you're also on guard, and
I think I literally just heard somebody talking about this on a podcast the other day, Sean.
So yeah, I was not watching the whatever podcast too. So that's interesting. It's something else that may have been talking about something similar. But yeah, so it's got me thinking about it, and because I've always been the grumpy old man side of that, where it's like, I think it's just everybody trying to make it a cop out. But then as I'm, making myself learn more about, the subject, I'm learning that, holy crap, no, maybe I'm wrong. And, like at the end of the day, I'm a believer in science. And if there's enough clinical data that can begin to truly prove things, I think that should be looked at seriously. And that's where the data is leaning, and it's like, holy crap, okay, I guess I can't be the jaded asshole that I've been about it and accept that, like, yeah, I probably have this problem. Most of us probably do. And not to say that it's a problem, it's just that our brains are all firing differently, and so we all have different ways that we deal with it. Obviously, some people use Adderall, a stimulant. Some people use cannabis as a depressant. Some people use cannabis as a stimulant. I think that is interesting to me because it starts to explain how I always used weed.
To chill.
Yeah. To like just
Focus.
bring it back
Dude, I
into
think that
center.
that's why, like, I always want indica, and indica doesn't affect me, make me tired, or like all that stuff. Is mainly because like it finally allows me to operate on more of like a normal level.
Your brain's not at 1,000 miles an hour anymore. You can bring it back down to, highway speed.
Yeah, like I can actually still read the signs. I'm going slow enough that I can read the signs.
Yep.
But I
Is it-
do know like people they don't want that. Like they never want that. They always want like to be getting down with a sativa or whatever, or like they're always like, I need to at least have a hybrid. And I'm like, yeah, like if I have a hybrid, it's got to be an indica dominant. And like,
There are some good middle of the road hybrid styles that are delicious.
Yeah, I'm honestly not.
because this stuff tastes good.
Dude, I actually enjoy good hybrids. There's a lot of them that I actually, most of the stuff that I partake in is hybrid. And honestly, a lot of the indica strains that you're partaking into are technically at some point
Everything's
hybrid.
technically a hybrid.
Oh yeah. No. Like I'll fuck with an indica dominant hybrid. That's fine. It's like a sativa dominant hybrid, or like even maybe something that's 50-50. Like that's just not my vibe. Doesn't mean that, dude. Some of them taste so fucking good. They smell so fucking good. I just want to taste them, but I also know that it's not going to be a good time for me. So I don't bother. I used to push it all the time.
I see.
And I just realized
I used to be like that
there's no
too.
point.
And then what I just started doing is I don't necessarily mix the weeds together. But what I do is I'll partake a little bit of one and then partake of a little bit of an indica if it was something that I knew was going to be like super like heady sativa. It's like, okay, well, I like the taste of this stuff. It's really good. And I do enjoy some parts of the high. But if I go too crazy, then I get too much. You know what I mean? So like I'll do like, especially when I was doing like the Dynavap, I'd do like a bowl of some like a sativa or like a sativa leaning hybrid, and then follow it up with like, I know, something heavy indica, and then I just bake, yeah, dude, because then I'm able to even out the high to where it's not too much either way, but I'm able to enjoy both strains for
I think like for me, because
but I still
I
don't do too many sativas.
Yeah, I do get a little too crazy on those really energetic sativas. I don't want to go touch them. But what I've learned is that there are certain strains that I can get that taste from, and I'm not going to have those effects, right? Like, I'm a big fan of the mimosa strain. That gives me that like nice tangerine terpene profile that I enjoy, but I don't get freaked out because that purple punch that's in it keeps me grounded. So like the deeper I've experimented and learned about the different strains that I have access to, I was able to find a few sativa strains or sativa leaning, to be more technical, that I can handle. But I get it, man, because like I know to this day, if I were to hit some regular tangies, I will probably go too crazy and be very uncomfortable and be crawling out of my own goddamn skin. And I ain't trying to do that. That's not what I smoke weed for. I'm not trying to run a marathon while I'm high.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be like fucking just like edged up. And you're just like at that point where you're like, like I'm playing, like people would be like, yo, I'll smoke like a sativa and play video games. I'll be like, what? I won't even be able to fucking think about playing the video game because I'll have thought about every other thing on the fucking planet. and then I'll be like, oh, that's right, I'm playing a video game.
Yeah, and then I just smash the controller because I'm not doing enough. Like, I gotta get up, I gotta go. Yeah, exactly. I get in the itchy fidgets just thinking about it.
Oh, it's making me feel antsy.
You know, like, I'm remembering the Great Tangy freak out right now. I'm having flashbacks.
Dude, Tangy tastes so good though, dude.
Like I said, that's why I fucks with the mimosa, so I can get that same kind of a flavor profile, but not lose my goddamn mind. Because
I like Tangy OG when you could find that, dude. That was a good cross. You get those nice like citrusy tones from like the OG mixed with like the extra tangerine taste from the Tangy, and the high was actually pretty solid, dude.
Yeah, like that's the crazy thing about the Tangy strains, right? Like that punch, like the only way, and it sounds terrible when I say it, but the people who know, and they always agree with me when I say it. It's almost like a bag of lightly rotting orange peels. Just this pungent, dank oranginess. It's wild. Yes. Well, shit. With that, gents, I think
Sorry that time, dude.
It is getting close. It is getting close. But before we bring it to a close, I did have more DEW news for you. I did not get to all of that. So, you might be excited to know the red, white, and DEW promotion we had this year is slated to come back as well. So we're going to get the peach lemonade again next summer. The 50 flavor concoction in the bomb pop, all back.
Nice.
So that's an exciting one because I definitely enjoyed them. I mean,
I still never tried the summertime freeze or whatever it was. I never found that one.
That bomb pop one or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Where did you get it? Where'd you find it at?
I mean,
okay. Oh, I got mine at Circle K.
Circle K.
Yeah, I was always getting mine at just Walmart.
I'm gonna have to stop by a Walmart. I never go to Walmart anymore.
Yeah, I'm not paying the crazy prices that are at the grocery store here, so I do my grocery shopping in a Walmart because that's more in the price point I want to pay. I don't need to be spending $300 for two people. You know what I mean? Like that shit's crazy, but I don't got that time to spend looking through the circular and crafting my life around what's on sale. I just want to be able to get the shit I want cheap so that I can make the meals that I'm trying to make. So that's a decision I make. But yeah, and I always just find it like up front in the like checkout area, just in the I don't know about yours, but mine has a Mountain Dew case. So
yeah, it'd be either like Mountain Dew or Pepsi like oriented. So
like well, no, like we have those too, but like there's a specific one that is only Mountain Dew product. Like it's like the special one. So then every season when they do seasonals, they usually stock those 20 ounces plus the like standards in that cooler, which cool. I know to check it every time. And that's how I usually can come up with them. Also in the seasonal realm though, Halloween Dew.
So the Voodoo or whatever.
Voodoo is not returning in 2025. Not doing the mystery gag this year. However, where it is, we are teaming up with a legitimate candy brand. And we're going to have an actual candy collab, and it should be one of these like that brand and Mountain Dew's logo together on the same label. no teasing yet as to who the brand's going to be, but we are aware that it should drop in September of 2025.
Dude, it's gonna be Wonka.
Wonka's not like a full, like, they're not like a heavily operating brand anymorm.
Well, whoever
I mean?
owns Wonka, it's gonna be something like that.
I would think that would be cool, like a Nerds collab.
Oh, dude.
You know, that would
talk
be
about the perfect combo snack. You know what I mean?
like
Just
that
have
would
like
be
a
good.
Nerds do with some
Nice.
fucking clusters.
Nice little like sour kick to your do like that. Yeah, that could be fucking crack. My brain goes like, I wonder if like maybe Skittles, like Starburst, Jolly Rancher. Like I start thinking about like
Rancher.
those different fruit flavored candy brands.
Sour Patch Kids.
Oh, dude, that you.
Dude, it's gonna be a blue
Dude.
raspberry dew Sour Patch Kids. Yo.
Dude, Sour Patch Kids have been doing a lot of collaborations with a lot of companies lately.
That's what he just said. It. I was like, you might have just thought of it.
I hope it's not the blue one though.
I do.
I'd be sick if they did like the green.
Yo, for real. Okay, I would rather that, but I just feel like blue is pretty popular.
I mean, all right. Here's my take. It's going to be orange because it's the Halloween flavor.
Orange is terrible though. Livewire sucks.
Livewire is awesome as fuck.
But that's the thing is, it's not Livewire. It's Orange Sour Patch Kid Mountain Dew.
Even then,
you know,
the Orange Sour Patch Kids suck too.
I like Orange Sour Patch Kids.
I could also see him doing the Lime Sour Patch Kid just to play on Mountain Dew Lime.
Yeah, dude, citrus.
You know, and just punch the citrus.
Or what if we're all wrong, dude?
We probably are. Like,
I don't know.
What if it's like
we're not the
Warhead?
Simpsons, right?
Yo, that could be a wild one too. I think right now we're just
Warhead.
hoping it's some sour candy.
Have you ever had Warheads, Chris?
Oh yeah. It's got like on the wrapper. It's got like some dude making like an
Like an O
Like-
face and his head's
yeah.
exploding?
yeah.
Don't eat more than one at the same time.
But yeah, it'll split your tongue.
Yeah, dude. I learned that the hard way a couple times.
Dude, I remember like back in the day, people were like, "Yo, if you put like 5 of these, your tongue will split in half." It's like nobody's ever done it before. It's like
Yeah,
it's fucking candy, boys.
it
Like,
even
what
has
are you
a
talking
warning
about?
on the back. It says don't eat more than one at a time.
Yeah, they are aggressive.
But dude, the black cherry one is so good.
So, do you guys think you're good at handling sour?
Some stuff.
I'm pretty good.
Oh, are you thinking of doing that sour challenge, Sean?
I'm so tempted. Like,
I'll be down to try it. I'd be down to try
like
it.
I've watched a few people do it, and like knowing some of the things they ate leading up to it, and knowing what they're like, I think it's gonna suck. Honestly, I think we're gonna die trying to do it.
I'm down. Let's do it.
But I so want to see us do it.
Let's just lock in. And
Get
just
the
do it.
world's most sour fucking candy, and I'll mail it out to you boys so that you guys
Dude.
can try it. We'll do an episode where we try to eat the world's most sour candy.
Honestly, I think that would be a sweet one. Also, maybe we should do in the same episode, like do the 1 chip challenge.
No.
And Chase is like,
I'm not
"No."
doing. I can't do that, dude.
I'm so here for the 1 chip challenge.
I personally can't
And
do
bro,
it,
and
dude.
then we can just drink Mountain Dews, bro.
No, I
See,
personally. Dude,
here's-
you know how terrible that would be
I say
after
that-
eating the one
Yeah,
chip, bro.
that-
The
that's the
citrus
thing.
and the carbonation, dude. You're asking
Well, because that's
for
the thing,
fucking
right?
pain, dude.
The candy that is considered the most sour candy is like this blue raspberry hard candy from this.
Oh,
like,
you're talking
British
about
company.
that. I thought you were talking about the thing I've been seeing around on like Instagram and shit, where they're like, there's like this new sour candy company where they've like got like a challenge where like it's like a pack and they're varying levels of different things.
Well,
and
that
then you
sounds
try
like
to
that's what we
see.
need.
I mean, that sounds cool as shit. I hadn't seen any of that.
I 100% thought that was what you're talking
No.
about. The other thing, dude, is going to be terrible, bro.
What other thing?
What Sean's talking about. I've seen people do this, and literally as soon as they put the shit in their mouth, bro,
What's
saliva.
I cannot remember. I would have to go reference the video I just watched and get the name from it again. But like, it's like this, right? These dudes were able to throw warheads in their mouth and hold them in there until they, lost the sour and everything's fine. And they were even able to go up to some other like slightly more extreme candies and shit. But when they got to this stupid goddamn candy, exactly what James said, like the second you put it in your mouth, it's like an instant waterfall. And both these dudes were like, they just dropped out of their mouths. Like, what was that? What the fuck was that? And like,
oh, you're talking about the Barrett's Sweets Mega Sour Challenge.
Yes, there it is.
Oh, dude, I just went on YouTube and I found that it says boom, Barnett's Mega Sour Raspberry Candies. The dude literally choked himself out when he opened up the bag.
Yeah, like apparently this is the most aggressive sour candy on the planet.
This is what I was talking about. It's called Final Boss Sour. Dare you to embrace the sour. Like their website's pretty intense.
I mean, I'm into the sound of it.
Yeah, dude. It's shit. It's like a legit box. Hold on, let me look more into this and see how we do this. Shot.
Yeah, I'm checking it out myself because this seems pretty interesting. I like the fact that like we could just get a box with 3 of each level and send it.
Dude, the VIP Destroy Ultimates.
Like, yeah.
27 packages.
Yeah, I assume that's the one we were looking at. You're seeing in the picture where it's like 9 different flavors and 3 packs of each. Like, that's perfect. That's perfect.
Yeah, because then you can just split it up and
Yeah. All right, bet. All right, I'm saving this tab open. So that way I can place that order, and that's going to be a future episode because that sounds like a lot of fun. And
I think like this candy is like supposed to be like. Oh, let me see. You got it. What the hell? They've got like. Is there like a game, like an actual game that goes along with this, dude?
I wouldn't be surprised. They
have like some lore and everything. Yeah, dude, they've got like an actual fucking like mobile game. It looks like
smart.
I want to learn about the company though. I want to know about this fucking candy. I'll look more into it. But yeah, dude, they're supposed to have like this fucking mango candy that's supposed to be pretty good.
I'm super intrigued right now. Like, I'm so glad that you just put me onto this idea because we'll have to do that and then get the Barnetts and see if we can survive after we go through those levels.
Yeah, the blue raz mango dippers, bro. What? Oh, they're sold out. That sounds delicious, though.
Is that like a fun dip? Kind of a thing?
Yeah, kind of. It's like here, let me pull up a picture.
A sour fun dip action?
Wait, what? Yeah, it's like a little piece of mango candy that apparently you lick. Like one side of the pack's got the mango candies, the other side of the pack has blueberry Dust. Used real dried fruit. Oh, so dude.
So it's dried mango. Oh, come on.
Is that what all this candy? Maybe this stuff's not like candy, and it's like.
It did say something about like raisins and shit on the website. I just kind of glossed over it. I was like,
Let me click this and see.
It's dried fruits blended with sour acids to become the perfect sour candy. The process gives the candy an ideal texture, the most complex sour, and overall natural, better for you vibes.
Hey, I'm down.
Interesting. I mean, I already eat a lot of dried fruit because, you know, it's good, tastes great. And, you know, sometimes when you're trying to make healthier decisions, a little dried
That's
fruit.
what I'm saying, dude. If it's good, I might just start fucking getting that kind of stuff.
You know, little dried fruit can make you feel like you're still getting like gummy candy kind of a experience. You get the sweet, the tart, all that, something chewy, but at the same time, you're getting fiber and other, you know, vitamins and minerals that come out of eating the fruits, and that's got some benefit to you comparatively. I mean, is it as good as eating the raw fruit? No, but it's something. You know what I mean? It's a better choice. And at the end of the day, right? Like we talk about harm reduction all the time. This is just another avenue of harm reduction. One less serving of candy with a little bit of dried fruit instead. That has to be better than that extra serving of candy. So it's a win. But checking the time here, we look like we are running to the end of the show. So I hope you guys have had an enjoyable experience getting a lot of snack talk today, which is awesome. Snacks and weed.
Dude, we're ready for another snack episode.
Exactly.
I'm gonna have some fucking Pop-Tarts tonight.
Hell yeah. Yo, you know, I might do the same. I got some s'mores Pop-Tarts upstairs. I'm proud of us. That s'mores Pop-Tart box has lasted for almost 2 weeks. It'll be 2 weeks if it makes it to Friday. So, yeah, proud of us. We didn't just devour the box in a single week. We actually stretched it that far.
Dude, I've been home for like 3 days, and I've eaten one package of Pop-Tarts.
See? Proud of you. Proud of you.
Bro, I have,
Moderation
like,
is key.
36 packs of fucking Pop-Tarts. Something crazy like that. Like, dude, I want fucking stupid. I spent $180 on basically mostly snack food and some like other things like peanut butter. I bought like a ton of the Taco Bell, like taco sauce.
I mean, honestly, Chris, if the shoe is on the other foot, if I was in Canada and you were, you know, hooking me up with the spot to go get all sorts of cool stuff that I can't get in the U.S. that I needed to have, I would probably do the exact same thing.
Yeah, I don't feel guilty.
You know?
I just feel like it's hilarious. So, like, I bought like cereal. I basically bought cereal, cookies, candy, pop, and breakfast pastries or snack cakes. Like,
and what do we tell you to bring when you come here?
A lot of those things, minus the cereal.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. But okay, I'm gonna jump in. I'm just gonna say that I don't know if you told me to sign off, but I'm gonna sign off. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Appreciate you guys always checking in. For anybody that's new this week, thank you. For anybody that's old this week, thank you. Go to shedtimepodcast.com. Check it out. Give it a click. You can listen to the podcast there. Make that your routine. Get some clicks up on our website. That'd be fantastic. We'd love to see that. If you guys are free Friday nights at any time at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, you can come by Frames Shanklin Vapors YouTube channel, watch the green room, come kick it with us there. There it's like live video, so you can actually like talk to us if you want, and ask us questions, and we'll probably be able to give you answers, especially if they're things that we know. So with that, I'll say everybody be safe, have a good week, live your best life, and then I'm going to toss it over to James.
As always, shout outs to all the Shedheads for you guys' continuous support. Make sure you guys are leaving those 5-star reviews if you guys are enjoying the episodes. That way it helps us out in the old algorithms and stuff like that. Chris pretty much covered everything else. All the links and everything you guys need, of course, are over at shedtimepodcast.com. I'm going to end it as I always do, sending out all those positive vibes. Chris by fives. Don't forget to tell somebody you love them. And as always, the little bag or dab will do ya.
Absolutely. So, friends, shedheads, compadres, you've already heard it all, so I don't have to plug anything. I'm just going to tell you, don't let the bastards get you down. Be cool, don't be a dick, and whatever it is that you do, try and have some fun, because it's the Shed Time Podcast, and it's time to roll on up and roll on out.
Dynavap. Looking to cut the cord on your dry herb vape? Dynavap. Trying to get the best taste from your herb? Dynavap. Ready to take your sesh to the next level? Then meet Dynavap, the best way to vape your flower or concentrate. Concentrates? That's right. Your flower or hash can be vaped using Dynavap. Check out Dynavap.com to learn more. That's Dynavap.com. Lose the ash? Dynavap.
What's going on, Shedheads? It's your boy, Frames Janklin. Are you looking to step up your match game or have a raw copper, brass, or stainless mod or RDA that you're absolutely tired of polishing? Then you need to go and hit up my man Ashton of Palmer's Powders. He does some absolutely amazing powder coating work. He offers many different colors and finishes at an absolutely killer price. This man is taking powder coating to a whole new level, and he can make your setup an absolute masterpiece. You can go follow him over on Instagram at Palmer's Powders, and you can go check out pricing on his website, palmerspowders.com. That's palmerspowders.com. And as always, let's just vape on, Shedheads.
I want you to think of your favorite rebuildable right now. Yeah, okay, so you have a layer cake in your hand, and now you're about... Oh, sorry, yeah, that's not everyone's favorite. That's just mine. So think of your favorite rebuildable atomizer. Think about how good of a vape it produces for you. Now, take that and amplify it. And the way that you amplify that is you put in some Breezestone coils. Breezestone coils are handcrafted in Adelaide, Australia. They're made from some of the finest quality wire that you can get. I believe it's wire Buddha. You take those coils, you take them out of that phenomenal packaging that clearly shows how much care that Adam puts on the quality of his coils and the insurance that you get them in good shape. You put them in that favorite RDA, and guess what? You have coils that now sing better than Celine Dion. Go check out Breezestone coils. You can find them on localvape.com and also steelvalleyvapors.com. Solid.
Sunday. Live monster truck action here at the Thunderdome.